Okay, so I'm going to focus on the innate and the adaptive immune system so you understand how those work and why they have a specific whole thing about them. Hold on a second. Okay, so you understand why the innate and the adaptive immune system exist is because there's a specific design to the human body where you have two eyes, a nose, a mouth, two ears, two legs, two arms, 10 toes type of thing. Okay, so there's a specific design, and that's the innate immune system. And then there is the adaptive immune system that can be programmed to go after anything that would be deemed foreign, an enemy, or something else. Okay, and so there are life and death protocols within the innate and adaptive immune system. The life protocol in the innate and adaptive immune system is the prostaglandin hormones. Okay? The death protocols within the innate and the adaptive immune system are the antibodies. What's going on is in the holistic allopathic world, they are inhibiting the prostaglandin hormones from coming to surface and healing you at the micro and the macro level. And so you're inducing more antibodies than you are actually healing and evolving. Okay? So when you have a specific design to the human body where you have two arms, two legs, two eyes, and everything, those antibodies that get produced, it's because of infection. Infection is where there's an imbalance. It's an evolution. It's letting you know that there is a new entity in the environment and the body is upgrading and there is a little bit of an imbalance. Please get the body back into balance. And so that's when you're supposed to then produce or bring in the right chemistry to then promote prostaglandins to come to surface. And that's where inflammation and that's where all the healing comes from to then keep to the original design. But what happens is when you feel pain and you see infection, you apply antibiotics, you apply antimicrobials, anti-inflammatories, anti-parasitics, and that actually stops the prostaglandins from healing you. Okay, and then it induces more antibodies, so then it continues to have you glitch and go down the road of degradation. That's the same thing, and that's the adaptive immune system, and you can actually bioengineer antibodies to where your body can adapt to destroying you at the micro level but still keep you alive simultaneously until there's nothing left. Okay, so the innate immune system also has prostaglandins and also has antibodies that keep the original design, and then the adaptive is where you can program antibodies to then alter your DNA. Now, you can get your DNA in the adaptive immune system or in the innate immune system to be altered, and that's what they're doing. They're doing the DNA um, uh, alterations with the antibodies that are binding to DNA. And so I think, what is it? The adaptive is the RNA, the ribonucleic acid. I'm going to make sure that's correct. RNA is adaptive. Okay, wow, it already finished it for me. So, tailoring mRNA vaccine to balance innate adaptive immune system. Okay, so the messenger RNA is where it sends messages to your adaptive immune system to alter it. Okay, and so it does alter your innate immune system, and then it sends the messages to the RNA to then replicate that specific programming. And so this is why you see then uh, issues like cancer, disease, and chronic illness happen over time. What happens, why people don't die or have a super disease right off the bat, is that they have enough of a strong biochemistry to counter that. But when your body becomes weaker and weaker, that messenger RNA becomes stronger and stronger, and it causes glitches because you don't have enough prostaglandins to go and heal you at the micro level. And so you have to understand that all painkillers, all antibiotics are prostaglandin inhibitors. Okay? And that's all the ibuprofen, the Tylenol, the aspirin, all of that are prostaglandin inhibitors. That is the actual healing hormone that is being suppressed through the medical holistic industry. Okay? And so when you are inducing more antibodies than prostaglandins, This is where the death trajectory and the focus on immunity. When they say, "Oh, focus on boosting a kid's immunity," you know, that is where they are trying to alter the adaptive immune system to keep a kid anesthetized. And they'll still grow, but the body is going to adapt to that degradation, and then you're going to see then different types of cognitive disabilities. You're going to see motor neuron disabilities. You're going to see autoimmunity. You're going to see a lot of different issues with kids. You're going to have to take out organs from your kids because they have tonsillitis, continuous infections. You're going to see behavioral issues in children because of the alteration of their adaptive and innate immune system, where they're inducing more antibodies and prostaglandins. You already see it in your kids. You already see the issues already happening. And if you don't see it right now, you will see it later, because the kids have inevitably taken on your genetics, and your genetics has predispositions that will cause then glitches in their programming. So just so you understand how the innate and the adaptive immune system work, it's basically the design that the prostaglandins and the antibodies work simultaneously together to balance each other out. But when you induce more antibodies and prostaglandins, you will then see the alteration, the continuous alteration of your body, mind, and spirit. And that really is what's going on, is the system is actually suppressing your healing, your evolutionary process, and it's inducing more of the degradation process. And so this is why you're seeing now an uptick of cancer, disease, chronic illness, and other types of behavioral and criminal issues and deviant issues out there in society. So you've got to understand how it works, and you have to know how to counter it. The Jilly Juice is going to help you counter that. And hopefully you understand that it does take pain, it does take bringing up the prostaglandins to surface, and you have to heal at the micro level to actually even see anything at the macro level. And you have to go through that process. And it's a systematic process. It's not all at once. It happens in stages. And the body has an intelligence to know what is priority and what it's not, and you have to allow it to do what it needs to do as long as you apply the right chemistry and you understand what is going on. All right, talk to you later. Bye.